Hi guys, how are you guys? This is a specific word for someone that I received today. You know what is so crazy? Because the Lord whispered to me boundaries early this morning, and I'm noticing that a lot of the words that I have are relating to boundaries. And I'm like, okay, boundaries may just be the overall category that God is teaching us in this season. But this is a particular, I wrote everything down. So this is not for everybody. This is a specific word for someone who's currently going through something like this. And they're actually very frustrated, and they're actually getting very drained just trying to help this person. They're getting very drained just trying to communicate with this person. You've ever been in a situation where somebody contacts you and asks you for advice, and this is like a family friend or an associate or someone you work with? You're here trying to confide in them. Like, no, they're confiding in you. Like, you're here trying to help them, trying to get them direction in their life, and you're telling them what they should and shouldn't do and how to get out of a particular situation and how they can help themselves, right? And they're doing a complete opposite of what you're telling them, and then they're coming back to you with the same problem over and over and over and over again. So that's the analogy I'm giving you, because the way God was showing it to me is that there's a person that does not listen to you. It's like they're not listening to your advice, or they're not listening to the instructions, and they're not listening. And because they're not listening, things keep falling apart for them. But then at the same time, you keep getting dragged into this. It's like, although it's affecting them, you're getting dragged into this because you're the person they keep coming to help fix it. You're the person they keep coming to for advice to help fix it, and you're drained, and you take time out of your day. You may even go around them and go to where they are and help them try to complete this thing or fix this thing, or you may take a time out of your day to, give them advice, and they keep coming back with the same problem. Another example of this is like someone's contacting you, confiding into you about the romantic partner they're with and how the person keeps cheating on them and hurting them, and you're giving them advice and you're telling them what to do, and and they keep getting back with the person that's hurting them, but they keep running back to you and dumping the issue on you, and you're going out of your way to help them, but they're not listening to you. Okay, the Lord said that you cannot save everybody, and yes, He will use you to help people. He will use you to give advice. He may even use you to bless people, even like financially, or just you being there to bless them. He may use you to bless them. But it's up to the person who is receiving this advice from you, receiving this help from you, receiving this blessing from you. It's up to them to use what it is they received from you wisely. If they choose to discredit you, or they choose to ignore your advice, or they choose not to comply to instructions, that is not on you, that is on them. If you go out of your way to help people and to do things for people, and then they choose to do the complete opposite, you're limiting yourself now. You're pulling yourself down. You're dragging yourself back. The way God showed it to me, I wrote it down here, is you are jeopardizing yourself, and you are holding yourself back for someone who isn't even listening to you. And when a person does not listen to you, your advice, or they're not doing what they're supposed to do with whatever you have complained to them about, or you have tried to help them with, it shows a bit of irresponsibility, but it also shows that the person doesn't care. They don't care. And you have to understand something. Like I said in the video I just posted before this about setting boundaries. Sometimes people will just use you for your energy. As in, like, they just want to hear you because when you talk to them, it feels good when you talk to them. It's like you're pouring into their cup. But what you're pouring into them, they're not utilizing it. They're not using it. They're not applying it to their life. And they're not, they're not listening to the instructions. And it doesn't have to be just advice. I just wrote down what I was told, right? It could be anything. It could be anything. It could even be like, you're trying to help someone get out of a specific situation financially. You get what I'm saying? And trying to teach them how to run a business, trying to teach them how to get out of a situation where they're struggling, but they're choosing not to do it. It's like you saying, hey, you're struggling right now. Let me give you a job. I have a job I can give you. Oh, I don't want to work that job. Okay, let's do this instead. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's do that instead. I don't want to do that. But they're still complaining about their circumstances, yet every single opportunity that you have presented to them, they've declined it, but they're still complaining about their circumstances, and they're coming to you and complaining. That is draining. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's going on. The Lord said that this person is not listening to you and that you are jeopardizing and holding yourself back, trying to help someone who does not even respect the help that you're giving them, who does not even respect your advice. And you cannot drain yourself and hold yourself back for someone else. Another example of this is when, like, you ever like feel guilty because you start doing good in your life, and then you go back to your family, you go back to friends that you used to hang out with or you were around in the past, and you notice you're trying to help them, you're trying to like put them on. That's what we say, the saying, I'm gonna put you on. You're trying to put them on and get them on track and trying to help them better their life. But no matter how much you try to put people on, they have to want to do the work as well. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't do it for them. So you can go and try to put them on and let me give you some money to start your business, and they go and spend off the money on something else. You give them money to invest in a project, they spend it off somewhere else. You give them money for school, they don't show up for school. Like, and then you're draining yourself, you're draining your time and energy that you can't get back, and draining your finances and trying to help them, but they don't even respect your help. Like, that's just another analogy, right? The point of the matter is, whoever you are, God says you can bless them, you can try to help them. But as long as you try, that's all that matters. You can't force people to change. You can't force people to want to better their life. You can't force people to try to take your advice and to do what you need them to do to better themselves. You can't. They have to want to better themselves. They have to be hungry for change. They have to be hungry to get out the circumstances that they're in. And if they're not hungry enough to do that and they're not changing, this is where you have to respect your own boundaries and you have to pull back. Because at the end of the day, you are draining yourself and holding yourself back. And this is a setback in your life. Also, this could be a setback for breakthroughs. God may be trying to pull you away from certain people who don't want to change, who don't want to repent, who don't want the best for themselves. And he's trying to pull you away from individuals who are like this. And you keep staying like, no, God, I want to just help. I wanted this, I wanted that. And because of that, he can't bless you the way he wants to bless you. Now your breakthrough is on hold. Because God is like, okay, I can't give you the breakthrough I want to give you because they're going to leech off you. They're going to use you. They're going to utilize every opportunity I'm giving you, and they're not going to better themselves. They're going to be in the same position, but then now you're going to be set back, and you're the one doing the work. You're the one that's actually changing. You're the one that's repenting. You're the one that's praying to me. You're the one that's cleaning up your life. But they're going to hold you back because you want to stay there. So I can't release certain breakthroughs in your life because of this. I have to put certain breakthroughs on hold until you respect your own boundaries, until you understand that you can't force people and you can't tell people to change and you can't force people to change. I love you guys. I wanted to get some confirmation. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.